James, a bright university student in Lagos, couldn't take his eyes off his new literature teacher, Miss Clara. Her warm smile and gentle voice made his heart race every time she spoke. He whispered to himself, "She's my better half, and I'll make her mine." James stayed late after class, helping Clara arrange books, hoping to catch her attention. He vowed silently to win her heart, no matter the cost. But Clara, older and wiser, only saw him as a kind student. Every day, James found ways to be near Clara, offering to carry her bag or share poems he wrote. She smiled politely, unaware of the fire growing in his heart. He dreamed of a future where she was his wife. James confided in his friend Mark, who suggested a risky idea to impress Clara. "Write her a love letter, but make it anonymous," Mark said with a sly grin. James didn't know Mark had his own secret plan. James poured his heart into a letter, leaving it on Clara's desk with no name. Clara read it, her cheeks flushed, but she thought it was from a colleague, not a student. James watched from afar, hopeful yet nervous. Clara began smiling more at Mr. Thomas, a fellow teacher, thinking he wrote the letter. James's heart sank as he saw them laugh together during lunch. He realized his plan was backfiring, but he wasn't ready to give up. Mark, jealous of James's determination, told Clara the letter was from a student, hinting it was James. Clara was shocked, feeling betrayed by the boldness of a student she trusted. James noticed her cold stare, confused and hurt. James tried to explain himself, but Clara avoided him, keeping their talk strictly about schoolwork. His grades slipped as his heart ached, wondering who revealed his secret. He swore to find out and fix everything. One evening, James overheard Mark laughing with friends about sabotaging his plan. Rage filled him, but he knew confronting Mark wouldn't win Clara back. He decided to focus on proving his love was true. James started excelling in class, hoping his hard work would show Clara his sincerity. He stopped chasing her and instead wrote stories about love and redemption, leaving them for her to read. Clara noticed his talent, her heart softening. Clara praised James's writing in class, calling it heartfelt and mature. For the first time, she saw him as more than a student, though she fought her feelings. James felt a spark of hope but kept his distance. Clara had her own secret. She was once in love with a student years ago, and it ended in heartbreak. She feared falling for James, knowing the age gap could ruin them both. Yet, his kindness made her question her fears. James asked Clara to meet him at the campus garden to discuss his latest story. She agreed, curious about his intentions, but warned herself to stay professional. Their talk was warm, but tension hung in the air. James shared a story about a man who loved someone forbidden, mirroring their lives. Clara's eyes teared up, sensing his feelings, but she told him, "Some loves are too dangerous." James left, determined to change her mind. Mark, angry at James's progress, spread rumors that James was obsessed with Clara. The school buzzed with gossip, making Clara question her judgment. James faced whispers and stares but refused to back down. James stood up in class and read a poem about love that conquers all, looking straight at Clara. The room fell silent, and Clara's heart raced, torn between admiration and fear. She asked him to stay after class, unsure what to say. Clara told James his feelings were sweet but impossible, citing their age gap and her role. James left, heartbroken, vowing never to give up on her. Alone, Clara wondered if she was making a mistake. Sarah, a kind classmate, saw James's pain and offered to help him win Clara's trust. She suggested he show Clara his maturity through actions, not words. James thanked her, feeling hope for the first time in weeks. James volunteered at a local library, organizing events Clara admired, hoping she'd notice. Clara saw his efforts and began to see him as a man, not just a student. But she still held back, afraid of her past. During a school event, James and Clara walked together, laughing like old friends. For a moment, Clara forgot their boundaries, her heart opening to him. James saw her smile and felt closer to his dream. Mark, desperate to ruin James, told the school principal about the love letter. The principal called Clara and James for a meeting, threatening suspension. Clara defended James, realizing her feelings were deeper than she admitted. To protect Clara's job, James took full blame, saying the letter was a prank. The principal let him off with a warning, but Clara felt guilty, knowing the truth. She began to see James's love as selfless. Clara asked James to meet her at a quiet cafe, away from school. She admitted she admired his heart but feared their love would destroy them. James promised to wait for her, no matter how long. Over weeks, Clara and James met secretly, sharing stories and dreams as friends. Their age gap seemed smaller as they laughed and connected. But Clara knew their bond could never be public. Clara's past lover, now a teacher elsewhere, returned, asking her to restart their romance. Torn between a safe choice and her feelings for James, she hesitated. James sensed her struggle and prepared for heartbreak. James told Clara he'd fight for her, even if it meant losing everything. His words shook her, reminding her of the love she once lost by playing it safe. She asked for time to think, her heart in chaos. Clara chose to follow her heart, telling her old lover she loved someone else. She met James and confessed her feelings, saying they'd face the world together. James vowed to protect her, no matter the cost. Clara resigned from teaching to avoid scandal, starting a new job at a library. She and James began dating openly, their love stronger than the gossip. They dreamed of a future where age didn't matter. Some judged their love, but James and Clara stood tall, proving their bond was real. Friends like Sarah supported them, celebrating their courage. Mark, ashamed, apologized, and James forgave him. Years later, James and Clara married in a small Lego ceremony, surrounded by love. They built a life of stories, laughter, and trust, proving love could conquer all. Clara whispered to James, "You're my better half, forever." If you enjoyed this heartfelt tale of love, deception, and redemption in a better half, hit that like button to show your support. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more enchanting folktales from Nigeria and beyond. I've been sharing stories like this for 7 years, and there's so much more to come. Drop a comment below. What do you think James and Clara's next adventure might be? Share your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next story.